There's a vulnerability, I think, in grit. Resilience is like, I have an expectation for you to be more resilient, but there's something vulnerable about grit. I think about some of these kids who grow up in the inner city, who are scrappy. Some of our most elite service members survived very challenging things growing up, and they were scrappy, right? And so they joined an elite force where they could continue to be scrappy and use that strength in a very unique way. And it's a great part of their past. And so I think there's a vulnerability in being able to say, I'm gritty because I've been brought to my knees on many occasions, or that I've had to dig deep when I didn't think that I had it. And so there's vulnerability in owning that and being honest about it, and then being able to say, I'm only here where I am today because I went through something really challenging. And so follow me, do what I did, right? Let's get through that tough stuff together. And that I don't have the expectation for you to be where I'm at right now. One of the first sessions that I had as a clinician working with military spouses was a young spouse who had just said goodbye to her soldier on their first deployment 2 days previous to that. Brand new territory, brand new experience, so much uncertainty there, not knowing where he was going. And she's bawling her eyes out in the parking lot as she's just said goodbye to him, and probably clinged on to him a little bit longer than your seasoned spouse would have. And somebody in the community came up to her and said, dry your tears, pull up your big girl pants, let's go. And she went through months of counseling because she was not allowed to have her emotions. I think that's very telling, when we talk about mentoring. And I'm not picking on that senior spouse that did that, because we're trying to encourage each other. And that's what she was trying to do then. It's like, welcome to the community. This is tough. We're going to get through it. That's, I think, what she was trying to say. But I think it's time for us as a whole, whether it's with military spouses, getting back to mentoring, and what does actual mentoring look like. I think it's getting back to the overall institution of the military, asking some really tough questions of what are we asking of our family members, and what does it do to family members when we don't give them a place to vent, when we don't give them a place to talk about the tough stuff, when we say, that's not my job. That's not my job to worry about your feelings or be concerned about what I'm asking, what kind of impact that might have on your life. And so I think it's just time for us to get a little bit more comfortable with owning the relationship that we are all in. We are all in a relationship with each other. We're in a relationship with the military and the institution and the DOD. We're in a relationship with our spouse. We're in a relationship with our village too. And relationships take communication.